Dynamite family. I spent so much time looking for this movie, trying to watch it, finally found it, and it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome, and I had no idea that Chansung was in it. I thought it was just Lee Kwang-soo from Running Man, and I watched the trailer and I was like, Hwang Chansung is in this? I'm watching this. Chansung, if you don't know, is from 2PM. He's an idol. And I guess he wants to try acting, but he was great. He was absolutely great. This movie was a blast. I think it was an hour and 40, an hour and 50. And it was so much fun. It started off great. Like, the whole setup was great. It started off with this little girl telling the story of her parents' marriage. This is their second marriage, her mom and dad. And they have children from the previous one. The mom has a son and a daughter, and the son is like the mafia type, like he has tattoos and shit, and he's great, he's like a badass. And then the daughter is like this little bitch that likes to bully other people, and the dad has two sons. One is a teacher, he's like really nice and quiet and polite, and the other one is Chansung, who wants to be a policeman, but he's so hopeless. He's like so bad at everything. And the kids fucking hate each other. And I say kids, but they're not kids at all. The story starts in 1998 when the mom is pregnant at the wedding, actually. And they're like, the girl is in high school or something like that. So the other boys are a bit older. And then they fucking hate each other. And the story skips to, I assume, 2015 or 14 or whatever the movie came out. Like 13, 14, and the parents are gonna have their anniversary, so they're gonna invite all the children to come and visit. And now the little girl is not having it. She fucking hates when everybody gets together, because they fucking hate each other, and they just start fighting all the time, and they start breaking things, they start hitting each other, and it's really funny. So the parents make her like call everybody, because they're not gonna come. So she has to call everybody and pretend that her parents are sick. So she starts like fake crying, like, Mom and Dad, they're sick, I don't know how long they're gonna make it, you guys have to come. So everybody fucking shows up. The parents aren't there. The parents just pack up their shit and go, and they're like, we'll come back. But the parents never come back. So now the story is, this little girl has to sort of unite everybody and search for her parents, and where the fuck are they? And the movie takes a turn. The thing is, when you're dealing with a comedy, it's easy to make a movie that's funny all the time, but it gets tiring just laughing for 2 hours straight. You need a break. And this movie was non-stop laughing for about the first 50 minutes, or like 45 minutes. It was just non-stop laughing. It was so much, like, my stomach hurt. It was great. And then it took a turn. And I will talk about spoilers, but I wasn't expecting a sudden turn like that, where the laughing stops. And then it continues later on, but there was a bit of a slow portion of it in the middle. Well, not a little bit after the middle, I guess. There was a bit of a slow part of it, I guess. And then it picks up at the end again, but I just loved it. It was so much fun. The acting was great, and the whole idea of it, the characters were fantastic. They were so funny, and great acting. Everything was great about it. It was slow at one point, but I think it needed to be, because the laughing was getting a bit too much. Like, you don't want to tire out your audience. You don't want to make them tired after an hour. You need a break. So I'm going to talk about spoilers, because this is a mystery, after all. It's not just a comedy, but it's also a mystery about where the hell the parents went. So if you haven't seen it, big spoilers ahead, like major spoilers about the actual mystery of the film. So what I thought happened was, I thought that the parents maybe just left them alone on purpose so they could actually get along. Did not expect the parents to be dead. That came out of nowhere to me. I was hoping that they would come back after a few days. And when they took out the car from the, I guess it was a lake, I figured it was just an accident. I didn't even think about the guy from the beginning with the hood and the bike. I figured it was just, it was late at night, it was raining a lot, they're older citizens, I figured maybe they had an accident. And then suddenly the girl said, you need to find their killer, and I was like, they were murdered? Like, I completely missed that. I don't know if it was like the subtitles that I had where it was lost in translation or something, or like I blinked and I missed something, but I didn't actually realize they were murdered. So I was trying to figure out who murdered them. I totally knew that it wasn't the guy with the dog, because it was pretty obvious that someone put that girl in his garage. The dog was killed, there were marks like on the ground, there was blood, there was a trail of blood, the garage had been broken into. It was pretty obvious that someone set him up. And I thought that it might be the policeman, not Kwang-Soo, but his boss. I figured maybe it was him, because he really didn't feel like investigating anything. And I thought, he can't be that dumb, can he? It turned out that he was that dumb, but I thought maybe he was involved in something. Especially when they called him and told him that Kwang-Soo was a killer. He was not interested, and I thought, does he know something? But it just turns out that he was just an idiot. So when they were talking about, they were trying to investigate the killer, I totally knew that it wasn't him, the guy with the garage. I had no idea it would be Kwang-Soo though. I just, like, there was a little thing in the back of my mind saying, maybe? But he looked so innocent, and like, oh, I trusted him, and he looked fine. I didn't think it would be him. I never suspected the guy with the guy coming to collect money for the land. I never suspected him. These fucking bikers came out of nowhere, by the way. Like, they supposedly live in like a small village or whatever, but it's like something interesting happens every 5 minutes. It's like, this is not the most boring place ever. Let's just say that. And I totally knew it wasn't the Pakistan dude. He just didn't seem like a killer. I figured, okay, maybe he killed them to take their money, but so he could go home. I guess he was trying to get money for treatment, like maybe for his wife or something. I figured, okay, maybe he killed them for the money, but then it didn't really make sense. And Kwang-Soo just seemed so innocent, and I thought, okay, why did he mention the ringtone then? Oh, and then the phone rang, and I loved the way that they played that character, like the way that they made him. It's a very sad thing and a very tragic thing. Your parents were murdered by this crazy guy who killed who knows how many other people. He killed that other girl, and who knows who else. He almost killed the Pakistani dude. I think he killed him, didn't he? I don't think they actually went into that. He was in the trunk, right? He definitely killed him. I like that dude. And he almost killed the sister. He almost killed everybody. So it's a very tragic and sad thing that's happening, a very scary thing, but they made it comical in the way that they killed him, like with the bikes and the fire extinguisher and hitting him over the head, and he had blood all over his mouth, and then his face was completely white from the fire extinguisher, and he looked like ghost almost. It was very funny actually. And then they shot him with the dart and his eyes are just popped open, and then the car flips over, and then they, at the end, they showed them in the minivan just having a normal conversation, and then the other three in the backpack are sleeping, and it's so adorable. And the guy's just in the back of the car like dead. I guess happy ending. I mean, the other guy will be released from prison, I assume. And I freaking love the ending credits, because they have little moments where they show what happened to everybody. And the teacher was great, yelling at the students. He was great. The guy, the mafia guy, doing manicure on other women. My favorite moment was, of course, and the little girl just threatening, like, do you want me to cut off your hand and throw it? Threatening the other girls at school. But my favorite moment was Chansung as a policeman. And of course, a freaking cameo from Nickun. Because, yeah, it's 2 PM family, JYP. That JYP whisper though. And that was a great moment. Nickun is so adorable and he's so funny, and I really like seeing cameos from him. And he's just like, why? What did you have by yourself? And he's like, yeah, whatever. Like, he became a policeman, so good for him. And I guess that's it for spoilers. The spoiler section was longer than the actual review of the movie, so yeah. Very fun movie. A Dynamite family. They were fucking crazy. But they're family at the end, and I think it was a happy ending. Everybody got to move on, and even though it turned out to be a very sad thing where they just lost their parents in a tragic way, dealing with this fucking crazy guy. Dong-Soo, though, I'm so happy that he wasn't just the idiot side character or anything like that. He actually was more than that, so I was really happy for that. And my favorite in the family was the mafia guy. When he just takes off his shirt and it's the entire tattoo. I thought it was just the sleeves. It's not just the sleeves. The back too. I really like that guy. He was really funny. And that's solely me. Like, no energy whatsoever. Like, why are you so loud? Like, why are you yelling so much? That's me. So I really liked him. And yeah, Dynamite family. I should stop now, because I've been going on for 5 hours now, and really fun movie. I'm actually gonna try and watch it with my family, see what they think about it. I think they will like it too. So yeah.
가지가지 한다.
자, 스마일!
이게 어떻게 술 취해가지고 주정이야. 너 일로 와. 형!
진짜,
지금 칠라 그런 거야?
어우, 진짜. 죽었어. 야, 안 내려놔?
근데 아버지 어디 갔대?
저희 부모님이 계속 연락이 안 되십니다.
엄마 아빠한테 무슨 일 생긴 게 틀림없다고요.
고객이 전화를 받지 않아
너 엄마 어디 있어? 놈
우리 아버지 어딨습니까? 싸우다가 덤빈다 그러니만. 아니, 아버지가 그 오형제라고 썼잖아.
저 실례지만 범인이세요?